Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today we're going to be reviewing Inhumans versus X-Men number 0. Okay, so basically for the majority of this issue, it's going back and forth between two main characters. Beast, who is currently trying to find an antidote or some sort of a fix for what's going on with the Terrigen Mist, the Xpox virus, and the death of all these mutants. And we also see Emma Frost, aka the White Queen, and her trying to rally up as many powerful mutants as she can for what she believes to be the inevitable war between the Inhumans and the mutants. So they're working for two different agendas. Basically, Beast just wants to try to have a peace or to keep the truce as long as possible. While Emma Frost, on the other hand, she's not really interested in this. Basically, this book comes right out of the death of X, where Cyclops has just died. He was in fact killed by the Mpox or the Terrigen Mist. However, Emma Frost made it look like he was actually killed by Black Bolt. So, as we open up into the comic, Emma Frost is training, and she is jumping off this cliff, and she's attempting to try to hold herself as long as she can before turning into her diamond form, in order to see if she can do it quicker and quicker, because she's trying to train for Black Bolt. She knows that she is going to come up against Black Bolt at some point in time, and she wants to be ready for him. And then, we go into Beast, and Beast isn't too concerned with what's going on with the disease. And he basically says, it's science, and he knows a thing or two about science, and he can deal with it. It's not like it's some huge supervillain that he has to handle. Emma Frost, she's visiting so many different mutants. One of the bigs that she visits in this issue is Magneto, and she attempts to try to convince him to join her side. Magneto's discussing his different concerns as far as the Inhumans go, and what all comes out of it. She also goes to try to get the young X-Men, so young Iceman, young Beast, and young Cyclops. Yeah, so that's kind of an awkward little stance. Like, you can tell that she's very uncomfortable seeing young Scott there. And she actually starts to cry. And he asks her, "Are you crying?" And she instantly just turns into her diamond form and says she's done crying. And you see one little loose diamond fall to the ground, which I thought was really cool. But basically they tell her, of course they're there for her. They're always going to be on her side. And then we go to Beast talking to Medusa and the Inhumans, and he's discussing the fact that curing the Mpox is going to be very hard, quite a bit harder than what they originally thought, because it affects each individual mutant differently based on their different power set. Well, Medusa, while Emma Frost is trying to get her army on board, Medusa is also talking to a number of Inhuman leaders. And she's saying that while Beast is a very capable and very intelligent man, there may be a fight coming, and they have to be ready for it. So, finally, in the issue, you get Emma Frost going to visit Storm and her team, who is currently in a Terrigen-free zone, which is in a different dimension, basically. But we get to see Magic right there. I love Magic. She's one of my favorite mutants, so I love the fact that Kenneth Rockford included her in this issue. So we get to see a little bit of the conversation between Storm and Emma Frost before the very end of the issue, and they're discussing whether or not a war is coming, whether or not a fight's going to be brewing. Yeah, so basically this issue, do you need to pick it up? Not necessarily. If you don't pick it up and you want to just go right into issue number 1, I don't think you're really going to be missing that much. The only thing you really need to know is a fight's brewing. Emma's trying to raise her army, and Beast is trying to solve the Terrigen Mist issue. Also, I don't care if this run ends up being complete crap or not. I'm a huge Kenneth Rockford fan, so if nothing else, it's really pretty to look at. I fell in love with Kenneth Rockford art during the New 52 Red Hood and the Outlaws run. I'm not sure if you can tell, but above me I actually have the Starfire that's based off of his run of Red Hood and the Outlaws. And I gotta tell ya, Medusa's hair right there is gorgeous. The way he gets into Beast's fur is really good. I gotta say, this looks almost like it was ripped straight out of a Red Hood and the Outlaws issue, just this panel right there. It kind of reminds me some of the stuff between Starfire and Blackfire, some of those covers. So, I don't know. I'm kind of a Rockford fangirl, so I'm always going to pick up anything he does. But, if you just want to skip ahead to issue 1, go right ahead. I don't think you're really going to be missing out on too terribly much. Yeah, so give me a like if you like this video. Comment below and tell me what you thought of this issue and whether or not you think it's best just to skip ahead, or if there's something amazing out there and you think I'm really wrong about this. What are you thinking about the upcoming war or conflict that is going to be coming out of this issue? And what do you think about resurrection that's going to be coming out of this? Yeah, so subscribe to my channel for more comic book content, or check out any of my older videos I have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye!